Hey everybody, welcome to Y-TiSTiCS. I'm Christopher Fox. Glad to have you back. Brewmaster, beer genius, entrepreneur, and all-around pretty damn good guy, Mr. Matt Rodgers. How you doing, Matt?
Hey, great, Chris. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Thanks for doing the show. So I want to start off. Everybody around here kind of knows Hazelwood Beer, and that's where we're at. We're in your great facility. That's what you see in the background. We're actually brewing beer as we sit here, which smells amazing. Rogers, so tell me about growing up. You grew up here in South Carolina, that's right?
Yeah, born and raised here in Columbia.
Okay.
Yeah. My parents, my father is in a refrigeration family business called Southern Vacuum Cooling out in Irma that has been around since the 40s. My grandfather started this business. Came from very meager upbringing. Lived on a farm. Our family are farmers. We've come from seventh generation farming. I am a seventh generation South Carolina farmer. So my grandfather, down in Aiken County, grew up in a tiny little farmhouse, and he was working as a refrigeration technician and invented this process of taking vegetables and refrigerating them under a vacuum to where you can extract moisture out of produce quickly and efficiently. Uh, and it's called vacuum cooling. It's a process that's used all over the world now, and we started it here in Columbia.
What's it for? Like what
Large scale agricultural refrigeration. So mushrooms, cabbage, spinach, lettuce, any kind of lettuce, anything that goes through McDonald's or pretty much any mushroom you've ever eaten. If you bought it at a grocery store, it's gone through one of our machines.
Okay.
Carrots, bread in Guatemala. We have machines in India. We have machines in China, Africa, all up and down the East Coast, all up and down the West Coast, all through Mexico. So, we've been in the farming kind of quasi-farming business through refrigeration and manufacturing.
So this is kind of starts off as a family venture. You're kind of raised in this environment.
Yeah. I was always hanging around with my dad. I mean, we were on the road all the time. I spent a lot of time as a kid in Mexico and Canada, and always had a farm. I was always kind of like hanging around the loading dock, playing with my toys while everybody was running forklifts around me and stuff.
Okay.
So I kind of got into the farming side of it through being around farms all the time.
All right. So your playground is industrial equipment.
That's right.
Awesome.
Yep.
So as a kid growing up, you're doing all this farm stuff, kind of learning the family business, but I mean, you're still a kid. You're still doing normal things, going up through school. Did you go to? I guess you were in the same district for all three levels of school.
So no. Actually, my parents split up when I was a kid, like a lot of us.
Okay.
I was 8, and my mother moved us to Beaufort, down on the coast. I mean, I was lucky to grow up in a wonderful family down there too. I mean, we're still tight. My mom and my dad are still really close. So
awesome.
It's great. I grew up on the coast for about 10 years, went to a small little private school down there, and ended up meeting the person who's now my business partner here at Hazelwood, who he and I went to the same tiny little school. So that's a nice connection that we made early. But, got to see a lot of the beauty of South Carolina through, different perspectives, and, learned a lot. I mean, I had a boat before I had a car. I was, just kind of living out the creek lifestyle, hunting and fishing, and just really lucky to grow up getting to enjoy all the best parts of South Carolina.
So you got to do both things as far as the family business and really, like you said, enjoying South Carolina, enjoying all the outdoorsiness.
Yeah, well, I'm really lucky because my parents are into cool stuff, and they kind of got me into it too. Like my mom is a antique dealer, and my stepdad is an artist and a furniture manufacturer, makes antique reproduction furniture. So woodworking and painting and creating, and that's always been a big part of our life.
So that explains honestly a lot of what you see inside Hazelwood, because I know you kind of designed it yourself, and all this wood is from your farm, and you really hand built all this stuff. So you can definitely see the influences.
That's the whole thing. It's a design. It's like I guess an amalgamation of past experiences, and that's what it's supposed to be. We didn't outsource any of the design. We wanted to make it a reflection of who we are, and I think that's what craft beer is supposed to be. A lot of people miss out on that key factor, that it's supposed to be a passionate, unique item. It's not just a product. you're making to sell to people. It's
Yeah.
supposed to be a story and an overall experience.
No, and I can definitely see that, and it makes a lot more sense knowing just that little bit about your background. You look around because it really is more of a reflection of you, not just the beer, but the entire establishment. So that's really cool. So besides beer, and I know beer takes up a lot of your time, but what other things are you into?
I really love farming and gardening, obviously. I mean, that's a big part of my life. It's
Sure.
always been part of my life. We have a hop farm that we operate. It's been around 16 years now. This year is the 16th year.
Mm-hmm.
It was organic for the first 13 years. It's still very much organic, but it's not technically organic. We are along the river up in Camden, so it's a beautiful place, and I choose to spend a lot of time out there getting my hands dirty. And it's a very rewarding thing. I got a family. I've got a 5-year-old son, so we're trying to get him into it too. And we just love being outdoors and just, especially this time of year, hunting, fishing, kayaking. Anything we can do to stay outside of the house.
Is that something that's important to you as far as does it matter if your son follows in your footsteps? I know you want him to experience the things that you're about and get him to know his father and understand the business and stuff. But is that important for you to leave this for him that he wants to do this? Or
yeah, I mean, you never can tell anybody what to do. You
Sure,
try to influence him as much as you can. I hope he picks up things and decides to do what follow in the same kind of footsteps. It'd make me really proud. But obviously he's going to be his own person, so let him do that.
Very cool. Very cool.
Hey guys, hope you enjoyed another episode this week. You know where you can find us every week right here on Y-TiSTiCS. Look us up on Facebook. We got videos on YouTube. Search us out. If you want to be on the show, Y-TiSTiCS@gmail.com. Let us know. We'd love to have you. Let your story be heard right here on Y-TiSTiCS. Hey, why not?